Hi everyone, my name is Abby with Riverbend Yoga in Plainwell, Michigan, somewhere close to Kalamazoo. If you don't know where that's at, I will show you with my hand. It's right there, Southwest Michigan. That's what we do in Michigan, is we show you our hand to show you where we're at geographically. So I don't know where you're at geographically, but I thank you for pressing play and joining me today in your sacred space. Maybe it's not so sacred. Maybe you do have dogs and kids running around. But I do want to applaud you for showing up for yourself, for rolling out your mat, for putting in the time, energy, and effort. The benefits will come, so just keep pressing away. Even if you have to put this thing on pause and come back to it, just keep plugging into your practice. So I thank you. Today, I would normally be teaching a recovery yoga practice. Recovery yoga is near and dear to my heart because I am a person in recovery, and also I have been a yoga student and a teacher for quite some time as well, over a decade on both of those. So it is something near and dear to my heart, something that has helped me along the path of recovery and discovery is the Serenity prayer. Now, if you do not know the Serenity prayer, I will tell you what it is, and I would suggest, a strong suggestion, to memorize this prayer and to put it in your toolbox and take it out whenever you're feeling restless, anxious, irritable, frustrated, fearful, or in doubt. Any of those emotions, you can pull this prayer out and put it on repeat in your mind. It will bring you serenity, it will bring you solace. It has brought me comfort and peace in those times. So the Serenity prayer is this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So once again, in my personal experience, that prayer right there has been an anchor for me in my recovery, in this relapse prevention program of the tool of yoga and also the 12 steps. Also just in life in general, because life is going to continue to happen and it's how we react to it. So we can participate in our recovery by getting well in our body and in our mind and in our spirit. Again, so I thank you and I applaud you for showing up for yourself today. And again, this is never a selfish thing to pour into yourself, because if you are pouring into yourself, then someone is going to receive those benefits on the other side. We all have impact. We may not be able to change the world, but we can definitely change, or not change, but impact those around us that are in our world, for better or good. So again, this is a practice. We are not called to be perfect, but we are in progress. So I thank you so much. We're going to do a short practice today. Follow along with me, with your breath, with your movement. It may look different than mine, and that is okay because we're all different. So I honor you wherever you're at today. I just want to mention that do what you can, right? Do what you can. If you need to take a break, take a break. If you are feeling pain in your body, that of course is the eject button. Get out of that pose. You do not have to sit in a painful pose. If you are feeling discomfort, may that be a cue for you to maybe breathe through it instead. So again, thank you. We are going to start on our back today, and on your back, you can lay your legs out towards the front, resting your arms at your sides. You can place your feet on the mat, knees together. And you can even place your feet together and then butterfly your knees open. Wherever you happen to land, I want you to place your hands on your belly and just bring your attention to your breathing and pull your breath into your belly. It's called diaphragmatic breathing, quite unnatural. So again, take a deep breath in through your nose and fill up your belly like a giant balloon, and then exhale all the way out, emptying your belly out. Deep breath in, fill up all the way. And a deep breath out.
it doesn't have to be like super forceful, but again, just breathing deep, filling up to your full capacity, filling up your belly, and then placing one hand on your heart, so filling up your belly and then filling up your chest, your lungs with breath. So this disease is naturally affecting people's breathing and the fear in our mind. So we're going to be moving through those things today, and in gratitude again for us being able to breathe together today wherever you're at. And again, just working to eradicate the fear as well as we come into the recovery of our mind. Good. Bring your knees together, hug them into your chest as you rock from side to side. Jaw, open your arms nice and wide. Take your knees over to the left side and look to the right. Take 3 deep breaths here. Dropping your shoulders back. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Good. Take your knees up and over to the opposite side. Drop your shoulders back. Look to the other way. Take a deep breath in and out a few rounds. Just notice how that feels in your body. And again, just really try to work to be here. So you're physically here. You've pressed play. Try to be here in your mind as well. That can be way more difficult sometimes. Paying attention to your breath helps to anchor you into the moment. Good. Go ahead and come on back. Stretch your legs up high to the sky. Point and flex through your feet. Rotate through your ankles. Might hear a lot of noises coming out of your ankles. I certainly am with mine. Good. And then hug your knees back into your chest. Good. Take your hands on your sides or lift up your hips and place your hands underneath your hips. We're just going to piston the legs out and in, exhaling on the way in and out. So inhale, exhale. Drop your shoulders back. Inhale, exhale. Keep up a rhythm, keep up some momentum. This is going to be a shorter practice, so I want to make sure we get some energy moving up and out of the body, again in a healthy way. And stretch both legs out. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees back into your chest. Cross the ankles. You can take your peace fingers around your big toes, or not, but that's a suggestion. And then just rock and roll forward a few rounds until you get to the front of the mat. So this is pretty playful to do just in itself. So you're coming to the front of the mat. I'm going to have you come into a cross-legged pose. Hands on your knees or wherever feels comfortable. You're going to drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Just pause there. Drop your shoulders back. Lift your heart just slightly. Deep breath in and out. I'm going to try to move through all these little kinks, knots, and blocks in the body. There's a way through every block. Good. Take your chin through your chest, over to the opposite side. Pause and hang out. Breathe deep. Allow your shoulders to relax. Good. Take your chin through your chest all the way around. Now deep neck circles. Again, moving through any little kinks, knots, or blocks that we're holding tension in the body, neck, shoulders especially can hang on to a lot of tension. Good. Head rest right over top of your shoulders. Take a giant breath in and up as you bring your hands together. Interlace the fingers and stretch the fingertips high to the sky. And we're just going to tick-tock from side to side. So exhaling over to the left side. Inhaling back through the center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale over.
Inhale back up. Exhale over. Inhale back up. Let's take one more round. That feels really good. Good, and come back to center. Drop your elbows down. Stretch through your fingertips. Good, so you can stay here or you can lift your chest just a little bit. Lift your eyes. Good. And go ahead and drop your hands back down to your knees. Shake out your head. Shake out your shoulders. Good. We're going to take a little twist here. So taking your left hand to your right knee, we're going to twist over to the side. Deep breath in and up. And then exhale, pull your belly back as you twist over to that right side. Good. Come back through center and take the right hand on the left knee. Deep breath in and up. Tailbone to the top of the head, growing long. And then exhale, pull the belly back as you twist. Good. Coming to center, walking the fingertips out towards the front of the mat. Good. You can stay here. If you have a block, you can place your forearms to a block. If you don't have a block, grab a toilet paper roll if you have one. And just drop your forehead down in between your shoulders and stretch out long. Continue to plug that tailbone back behind you. Last giant deep breath in here. And then exhale, slide your way through into all fours. Good. All fours, we're going to move through cat-cow. I'm going to tuck my shirt in here so I'm not hanging. Good. So through cat-cow, your shoulders are over top of your wrists, your hips are over top of your knees. Take a giant breath in as you drop your belly. Lift your tailbone, lift your gaze, look up. And then exhale, pull back, tucking the chin and tucking the tailbone. Inhale to rise up, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, exhale, pull back. Follow your own breath as you inhale, rise up, and exhale, press back. Let's do one more round. Inhale up and open, and then exhale, press back. Press through the shoulders. Good, come to neutral spine, walk your hands up, tuck your toes, reach your hips up high to the sky. Feet are about hips distance apart, maybe a little bit wider, coming into down dog. Take a deep full breath in here, maybe a little bend in your knees. Giant inhale, and exhale, bend your knees, look up to the front, step all the way up, feet to meet the hands. Next inhale, halfway lift. Next exhale, deep forward fold. Next inhale, rise up into an imaginary chair as your hips sink back, arms stretch up. Good. Shoulders draw back for 3 giant inhale, exhale breath. Good. Just only going down to your own personal degree. No one can tell you what that is. Again, if you're straining to maintain the quality of your breathing, then come out of the pose a little bit. If you can challenge yourself to drop down a little bit deeper, go ahead and do that. Good. Inhale, press in, rise up, arms stretch up. And then exhale, open arms, flat spine. Come back down. Inhale, halfway lift as you come up. We're going to take yogi push-ups. So plant your hands, step back, right foot, left foot, coming into plank, your version of plank. You can drop down to your knees if you'd like. So your version of plank here or here. We're going to slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Chin touches the mat, tops of the feet press in. Next inhale, rise up, open chest. And then exhale, slowly back down. Come into your tabletop pose, tuck your toes, reach your hips up, down dog, deep breath in. And then exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Sink into your chair, arms rise up, chair pose. And then stand all the way up. And hands to your heart. Good. Step your right foot forward, left foot comes back, coming into warrior 2. Good, so that back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Your head, your hips, and your heart are in one line. I think I said that backwards, but head, heart, yep, head, heart, and hips. Good. So those front toes are facing forward, your inner thighs are rolling open, your feet are pressing in nice and firm. So you have this opposition. So you're rooting down in the pelvic floor, but you're reaching up too, through the chest, right? Always searching for as much space as you possibly can in your body as you're coming into these poses. And then you're breathing all that fresh, nutrient-rich oxygen in, exhaling out all those toxins. So coming into your own version of your warrior two. Looking something like this. Might look a little bit different. Good, from here you're gonna straighten that leg out. We're gonna come into triangle pose. So I walk that back foot up just a little bit, and if you do have a block, or like I said, toilet paper roll, you can place that to the inside of your right foot coming into triangle pose. So your arms are open wide, you're gonna press your hips back. I call it a booty bump. I don't know how yoga-esque that is, but press your hips back, reach your fingertips forward as far as you can, and then drop that right hand down, and your left arm is gonna shoot up high to the sky. Good, so you're gonna be here. You can remove that block or move it down a bit. Again, just making sure that both legs are straight and strong. Those inner thighs, again, are rolling open, right? And you're looking either up to the side or down, whatever feels most comfortable on your neck where you're not strained. Good. Take one last giant deep breath in here. Good, come all the way up to standing. Nice. You're gonna pivot the feet coming into warrior two on the opposite side. Good, so that back foot is parallel towards the back of the mat. You're gonna come back into that lunge. Once again, inner thighs rolling open, anchoring down through the feet, open arms, and reach the chest up. Good, slight little smile on your face as you sink in. Again, only go into your own personal degree. Good, straighten out that front leg. Walk the back foot up just a little bit. If you need a block, place it to the inside edge of the left foot. Reach the hips back as you stretch forward. We're looking for space and length on both of these sides right here. Not only on this side, but on this side as well. So stretch, lengthen, and breathe, and then exhale, taking that left arm down, right arm up, coming into triangle pose. Rib cage is just rolling open. It's like you're in between two walls. And then stretching that top arm high to the sky, either looking up to the side or down. Good, last deep breath here. Good, next inhale, press into the feet, rise all the way up. Good, pivot the feet here, interlace your hands behind your back, or you can just stay here in a nice giant star pose. So here, interlacing the hands, our star pose, press into the feet, they're both parallel at this point. Deep breath in and up, maybe a little arch in the spine. And then exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. It feels really nice to squeeze out the shoulders, shake your head out, no tension in the head. Giant breath in and out through your nose. Good, drop your hands back down. Walk your feet towards the front of the mat, coming into a low lunge, as if you were gonna lunge onto that front foot, because you are. So your right foot is forward. You're gonna walk that back foot up. If you do have a couple blocks, you can find the blocks. And you can use those blocks for balance as you walk that back foot up. Kick it up off the floor. So you're pressing into that right foot. Good. And you're gonna come here, float your arms back, or straight forward towards the front. Last breath here. Good, and then step all the way back. Good, drop those toes, drop the back knee, top of the foot releases. Walk the right foot over to the left side of the mat, coming into pigeon pose, one of my favorite poses. So if you're dropping off onto the right hip all the way, that's not where we want it. We want it straight forward. So both of those hips are squared towards the front. Good. So take a giant breath in and up. Again, squaring off those hips towards the front. And then exhale slowly down. We're going to hang out here for about 3 deep breaths. And again, if it's painful, get out of the pose. If it's a little uncomfortable, again, we're learning how to breathe through it. God, grant me the serenity, right? And the wisdom to know the difference.
Last breath here. Good, slowly start to come on up. And you're gonna tuck those back toes, knee comes up, you're gonna stretch that right leg back, coming into down dog. Good, press back through the heels, that should feel pretty nice, shake your head out. Good, you're gonna take that left foot forward towards the front of the mat, coming into a low runner's lunge. And then again, if you wanna take those blocks, you can walk that back foot up, kick it up off the mat, so you're coming into a balance. So any balancing pose, you're gonna wanna try to find some place with your eyes that's not moving, that'll help you balance. Your eyes go, your body follows, wherever your eyes go. Last breath here, wherever you're at, whatever variation you've chosen. And then slowly begin to bend that knee, step back, drop down the back knee, top of the foot releases. Good. Take the left foot over to the right side of the mat. Drop the knee down, square the hips off. Take a giant breath in and up, open your chest. And then exhale slowly back down to the mat and just completely surrender. Deep breath out. Once again, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. The courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Good, slowly come back up, tuck your back toes, knee comes up, and then stretch that left leg back into down dog. Pressing through the heels, that should feel pretty nice. Again, shake your head out, no tension in your head. Deep breath in from here. And then exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front. Come on down all the way to your back. Good, hug your knees into your chest when you get there, rock from side to side. Good, we're gonna come into what's called a happy baby. I always say this is probably not the most beautiful yoga pose ever, and I'm not gonna, I'll show you towards this way. So you're going to take your knees and then open them up towards take your knees and open them up towards your armpits. You can take your peace fingers around your big toes, or you can place your hands to the soles of the feet. Drop your knees down towards your armpits, and then you're going to rock from side to side. Again, maybe not the most beautiful pose, but it definitely feels good. So in yoga, it's about how it feels and not how it looks. That's how I came to really love and appreciate this practice. So hopefully you will as well. Last breath here. Go ahead, bring your knees back together, stretch your legs up high to the sky, point and flex through your feet. I'm going to turn towards this side once again. So again, legs are up. And from here you can, if you want to come into candlestick pose, you're going to plant your feet once again and slide a block underneath your hips. So you can elevate the hips up above your heart. So this right here is such a beautiful pose. If you want to do any pose each day, this would be it. Just lifting your legs up above your heart. It helps your heart that it doesn't have to pump so quickly, so fast, because all the blood flow is going down towards your heart. This posture right here helps with anxiety. You may be experiencing some of that, not at the current moment because you're doing your yoga practice with me, but good, last and final breath here. Good, and then exhale, bend your knees, lift your hips up. And we're gonna end where we began. So maybe you wanna stretch your legs out towards the front. Maybe your knees are gonna come in. Maybe your soles of the feet are gonna come together. And once again, place your hands on your belly and just taking those intentional breaths, big, deep belly breaths. So a deep breath in through your, filling up your belly. And exhaling out. Let's do 2 more like that. Giant breath in. Let's take an open mouth exhale. Good. Last giant breath in here. And then exhaling out all the way. Good. Wherever you're at, close up your knees once again. Hug them into your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees. Giant squeeze for the last 3, 2, 1. And then release all the way down. Resting your body completely and fully on the mat. Arms at your sides. Wherever you feel most comfortable, where you're undistracted by your body. This is meditation. So just a few moments of silence collectively together. I do not know where you are joining me from, but I thank you once again for showing up for yourself first and foremost, and then showing up for others. Everyone who is continuing to participate in their practice of recovery of their mind and well-being. Again, just remembering that Serenity prayer, if you want to repeat that in your mind as we just drop in. I'll repeat it now. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Last and final collective breath together. Deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. And just completely slip into the silence here of your own space. You can continue to stay there as long as you would like, and I encourage you to. If you are feeling pretty restful in this place, pretty peaceful in your mind, just go ahead and continue to hang out there if you do have time. I think we have time. Stretch your arms up overhead. If you're ready to move, just move through your ankles and your wrists. And then gently just roll over to your side, coming up whenever you are ready. So once again, thank you so very much for joining me in your practice today, sharing time and space with me from wherever you tuned in from. Again, remember to check out Riverbend Yoga, Plainwell, Michigan. I hope to see you face to face soon. I'm going to bring my hands to my forehead. Hopefully you will as well. Blessing you all with peace of mind and a healthy and happy heart. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Namaste.